when I say the Timberwolves were built for this series, I don't just mean, oh, they were made for these moments, or oh, they have that dog in them. No, I'm saying they were literally built, like constructed to beat this Denver Nuggets team. But before we get into the specifics and details, I feel like it would be disrespectful to not first talk about Anthony Edwards and his performance in this game, because it was in just the first quarter of what is currently the biggest game he's ever played in his young career, where he put up 16 points while shooting 6 for 10 from the field and 2 for 3 from 3. And it was at this exact moment that I knew this game was cooked. And it's not even like a lot of these shots were just wide open. Like this one I'm putting up on the screen right now, this is a heavily contested 3-point shot that he just decided, you know what, I'm gonna just throw this shit up. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the first shot he put up that game. The dude is a psychopath. Now to me, this is exactly what the Timberwolves should be doing. I want all of the offensive load to be on Anthony Edwards, because we've seen games before where it's Karl Anthony Towns that drops a crazy amount of points and does all the offensive lifting. And you know what, he can do it, right? He's fully capable. He has the skill to do it. The 3-point shot is obviously huge, and he was huge offensively in this game, but he wasn't the 40-point scorer that we saw Ant to be, right? But I seriously don't think Cat can have that performance, because you are battling with Jokic on both the offensive and defensive end every single possession. Now, maybe not every single possession for Cat, but we'll get into that here in a minute. My point is, I want to see Anthony Edwards be the guy in this series. We saw him do that last series. I think he can do it again, and he showed us that he can do it again. I mean, like I said, first game, biggest game of his young career so far, 40-something points, ridiculous. But the Denver Nuggets are champions, and they showed that because they ended up coming back in this game. It was a very fun battle. It was a close game. It wasn't just like a blowout like we saw from some other playoff games this year. It was a lot of fun to watch. Michael Porter Jr. has been great also on the Timberwolves side of things. Mike Conley, amazing game tonight. I mean, I think he had a double-double with like 14 assists, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. Let me actually fact check that so I don't sound like an idiot. Okay, he had 14 points but 10 assists, so I'm not completely an idiot. But the biggest change that happened in the Denver Nuggets, and the reason why they were able to come back in this game, is Jamal Murray actually started to catch fire. Now, in the first half, he was complete ass, and I'm gonna say right now, that's because your boy Anthony Edwards was locking that ass up, which I don't think the Denver Nuggets expected. I think they expected, you know, maybe Jaden McDaniels or some other, you know, great defender that the Timberwolves have to be the guy to guard Jamal Murray, but it was Anthony Edwards out there, and my God, he was doing fantastic. You just see the nonstop effort and movement, and the way that Anthony Edwards really never let go. He never gave up on the defensive end, and he was always able to bounce right back and go back and play offense. It was beautiful basketball to see, and it, you know, really showed when you see Jamal Murray and his shooting. I don't think he scored a single basket in the whole first half. But yeah, it was the second half where we really saw Jamal Murray step into his game and kind of become that playoff Jamal Murray that we've seen before. I'm pretty sure he's also going through a bit of an injury as well. There was one moment that I feel like we do need to quickly pause and talk about, and that's the Anthony Edwards technical foul. He got this technical foul right here because he just did a stare down after a very solid shot. So that gets a technical foul. By the way, love his reaction to it. I think it's the funniest shit ever. But then like 2 possessions later, Jamal Murray goes, hits a shot, gets an and 1 3-pointer, right? Crazy attempt, and does finger guns while on the floor and gets nothing. It was genuinely ridiculous. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about the officials though in this series. Thank God. I think they kind of learned their lesson after the atrocious call that one was. I mean, it's the second round for God's sake. But there's one thing that the Nuggets did, and specifically Jokic did in this game, that really stuck out to me, and that is Jokic's 3-point shot attempts. He shot 2 for 9 attempts from the 3-point line. By the fourth quarter though, it was Naz Reid that took over. Naz Reid is actually the reason why this game was able to get so distant, and it wasn't one of those close games where we have to deal with 1 or 2 possessions and then play the free throw game and all that stuff. No, it was Naz Reid that came in, did the dirty work, got the job done. Even though the final dagger came from Anthony Edwards going coast to coast, one of my favorite moments. He didn't want to sit there and run the clock and have them foul and do the free throws, and no, he's not doing that shit. He is going from the inbound pass, taking it all the way down. He did wait a second to see if he was going to get fouled, but he took it all the way down, split through defenders, got the easy layup, and that was it. So the Timberwolves won the game, but what makes me think that they are built for this series? Well, I'm actually going to do a new segment here, King Film Room Charge. I don't know, maybe we'll change the name a little bit later. But yeah, I'm gonna go send you guys over there real quick and give you a little breakdown. Yes, the King Film Room is just a different part of my small bedroom with worse lighting, but let's just get to the actual point here, okay? Why do I think this team was perfect perfectly constructed to beat the Denver Nuggets in this series? Well, it's simply because they have Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. At first, when the trade happened, it was widely known that the Timberwolves got fleeced, right? They gave up a absurd amount of picks for Rudy Gobert. A lot of people already view Rudy Gobert to be an overrated player, and the fact that they were going to really test something out with having Rudy and Cat playing at the same time, it was very questionable, and rightfully so. But now that we're deeper on and the team has kind of become more of a unit together and they're more of a family, they know how to play off of one another. Rudy Gobert actually spent like the entire offseason in a dark cabin retreat or some shit. I don't know. Point is, they have changed a lot, and in this series, they are doing something that no team has ever done before, and that's stopping Nikola Jokic. So let's go ahead and dive into the film room. In this first clip, we have Karl Anthony Towns guarding Jokic all by himself on the wing. And as soon as Jokic goes to drive in, you can see Rudy Gobert go in and just show his hands. He's showing that he is there, applying pressure to Jokic, who currently is probably looking for Gordon on this back cut, if I had to assume. Rudy Gobert plays this fantastically. I mean, fantastically. Flawless defense from him by being able to get back over, get off of the help of Cat, and go back over to guard Aaron Gordon drop-off pass right there that would be available had Rudy Gobert stayed there to double Jokic. And at this point, it was too late. Jokic was already up in the air and had to get a cheap shot off. This next clip, though, is one of the ones that to me proved this could work out for the Timberwolves. And this could actually be a reason as to how they win this series. And that's because you have Jokic being guarded by Rudy Gobert up at the top. And as soon as Jokic gets this spin move past Rudy, very clean, very nice. At this point, if you're any other team in the NBA, you're cooked. Jokic is getting a nice little layup here or an easy shot, easy basket, 2 points, and you're moving on. But not against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Because they have Cat, who is playing drop off against, I think that's Braun over in the wing, he was able to slide over and be able to contest the Jokic shot as he's driving into the paint. Now, why didn't Jokic kick it out? Maybe he wasn't expecting it, because you don't have to really expect this when playing in the NBA. You only have to deal with this when you're going up against the Timberwolves. Very interesting why he didn't kick it out, but listen, I don't know more basketball than Nikola Jokic, so I'm not going to sit here and question him like that. Point is, Cat was able to roll over and help Rudy Gobert. That is 2 7-foot men going in and guarding you at all times in the paint. This clip right here is another one where we see Cat guarding Jokic. Now, Cat did kind of get outplayed here. I'm surprised Jokic didn't score on that floater. But once again, just watching Rudy Gobert and the way he guards Aaron Gordon, because that's such a huge piece of the Denver Nuggets game plan, is getting Jokic to drive in, have all the attention going to him, and Aaron Gordon be wide open just for a quick drop off and basket. It is beautiful. And I mean, truly, just go and watch as this series goes on. Watch how Rudy Gobert is able to guard both Jokic and Aaron Gordon at the same time. All right, well, those were the clips that I did have to show you guys. I had some other ones as well, but I feel like we'll save them for another day. I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys back to the main video. Anyways, all that being said, this series is already one of the most entertaining and fun matchups we have seen. I would say it's probably second, maybe close to taking over the 76ers versus Knicks series, in my opinion. I'm not sure, though. Comment your opinions down below. Let me know what teams you have winning. What are your takes from game 1? And yeah, just let me know all of it down in the comments below. I read and respond to everyone. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content throughout the playoffs, off season, non-stop. We're on that shit. I will see you guys all in the next one. Later.